I'm Shelly Turner with the Builderall team. In this video, we're going to talk about webhooks and introduce you to the idea of using webhooks to capture customer data. Let's talk about what webhooks does first. It allows you to capture customer data and then post it to another platform to be able to use it for other purposes. This enables you to collect information like names, emails, phone numbers, addresses, and send it to a different place or post it to a different application so that you can use it in that other application. So what we're going to do today is we're going to set up a system where we build a website that sells a product, a customer makes a purchase, and then as we collect that customer data, the webhook is going to capture it and send it to a Google spreadsheet. So why would we want to collect customer data? And even though we're capturing it inside of Builderall and we're capturing it when we're collecting it from our payment processor, why would we want to collect it in something like a Google spreadsheet? If you've got a virtual assistant and you want something special done with those customers, or maybe something special sent out as an email, and you want a virtual assistant to do it, you can give them access to just the Google spreadsheet instead of giving them access to your PayPal account or your Builderall account. So that's just one idea of how you could use this system and why you would use this system. So here's what we need to be able to do this. We need to have Builderall, we need to set up a free Zapier account, and we need to set up a free account to access Google Spreadsheets. That's the introduction to webhooks. Let's jump in and get started. I'm Shelly Turner with the Builderall team. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your Google spreadsheet to accept the data that you're going to collect and your webhook is going to capture. So I'm logged into my Google account and I've just signed up for a free Google account. And all I'm going to do is go to the Google Apps, and then I'm going to scroll down to find Google Docs. And these are all my documents that I have inside of Google Docs. And I want to work with spreadsheets. So I'm going to go to the top left main menu, and I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to choose Sheets. And as you can see, I've got several different worksheets already. But for this training, I'm going to go ahead and create a new worksheet where we're going to capture our information. So to create a new worksheet, I just go to the plus button, and it opens up a brand new spreadsheet for me. And I'm going to go ahead and name my spreadsheet. And I'm going to go ahead and decide what information I need to capture for the webhook. There's several different things that I want to capture as far as information. In order to do that, I have to have columns where the information is going to be captured. So I have to have the column headings right here. So let me go ahead and fill those out. All right, so I've got my column headers in there, and I'm just going to collect some very basic information, including the date of the purchase, the customer name, the customer email, the product name, and then the price. Those are the data points that I want to collect in the spreadsheet, and I have to make sure that I put those names on the header of each column. Those are going to be critical when we set everything up. So decide ahead of time what information you want to collect. As we go through the training, I'll show you some of the other information you could collect so that you can create more columns if you want to. But right now we're going to keep it really simple, and we'll only collect the date of purchase, the customer name, the customer email, the product, and the price. So now I've set up my Google spreadsheet, and make sure that you do not close the spreadsheet until you get the information above that says all changes saved in Drive. That means that all the changes you made to the spreadsheet have been saved, and now you can close it. So we've created our spreadsheet. Let's move on to the next step. I'm Shelly Turner with the Builderall team. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to put together a simple website to sell a product so we can set up our webhook. First of all, we need to decide a product, and I've decided to sell a Green Smoothie Cleanse digital ebook. Let's go ahead and work on building a website that sells that book. So I'm going to build a really simple website. We're not going to make it pretty. We're just going to make it functional. So I'm going to go to Builders, and then the Pixel Perfect Builder, and I'm going to click New Site. When I do that, it brings up the templates. I'm going to go to Blank Page, and then I'm just going to choose Blank Page number 008 and click Edit. Now my editor's loaded. Before I do anything, I need to go ahead and save this template so that it's in my site list. So I'm going to go up to the top right, click Save, and I'm going to come up with a name for it, and click Send, and then Save. And now everything is saved to my site list. If I need to stop working on it, I can go back and find this in my site list under the Pixel Perfect Builder. So the next thing I need to do is take a look at what I've actually got in this page. So as you can see, I've got an area where I can put my logo. If I right click on that, you can see that it's an image. And then I've got another image here. If I right click it, it says it's an image. I've got text right here, some more text right here, a button here. And then I've got information where I can put more details about the product that I'm selling to help try to sell the product. I've also got another area where I can put some more amazing benefits and details. You can see that there's a bunch of places to put information about the product so that we can sell this product. So it's all basic information. You can change it however you want to. We won't go into details of designing the website. We are just designing the actual purchase process so we can see how our webhook looks. I've got that one page, just the sales page right now. And the way I know that is if I go to my pages icon, I can see that's the layout, the blank page number 008. When I click the arrow, I can see that there's only one page there, which is the blank page number 001. In order to do this, at the very least, we have to have a sales page and we have to have a thank you page. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add one more page, and I'm going to click Add Page. I'm going to go to Blank Page, and I'm just going to choose Blank, and then I'm going to name it Thank You. So those are the only two pages we're going to work with in this particular video, is the blank sales page and then the thank you page. So I'm going to change a few things on this just to make it easier to navigate. So on the blank page, I'm going to click the gear, and I'm going to rename it. I put Green Smoothie Cleanse in the name. The address is just home. I put Green Smoothie Cleanse in the title and Green Smoothie Cleanse in the description. So I'm going to click Save on that. And then the thank you page is already named correctly, so I'm not going to make any changes to that. I'm going to go to the layout area, and for the title of the layout, I'm going to put Green Smoothie Cleanse. And I'm going to do the same thing for the description. We won't worry too much about keywords or meta tags. Those are all in different training videos. Alright, so now if we go back and look at the information, we've got a layout that's called Green Smoothie Cleanse. If we go to what pages, we've got the Green Smoothie Cleanse page and the thank you page. Those are the two pages that we're going to work with. So I'm going to close that. I've got the layout and the pages named exactly what I want them to be named. Now I can start changing some information here. So I'm going to make a few changes, and then I'll come back and tell you what changes I made. Alrighty, so I've made some changes to the site. All I did was add a logo at the top. I added a little divider bar to kind of break up the colors, and then I put a picture of the product. I didn't change the description that was in there, but you can change the description and of course put some good content in there about your product. And then I created an empty space right here where we're going to put the checkout. Now that I've made all these changes, I need to make sure that they're saved. So I'm going to go up to the top right hand side and click Save, and then Save again. And that saves everything that we've done so far. So now we need to work on setting up the offer. And remember, this is the 10-day Green Smoothie Cleanse. So to do the offer, it takes several steps. The first step, it's always in order on the shopping bag. So I'm going to go to the shopping bag and click it. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the payment manager. So when I click that button, I can choose what payment processor I want to use. I'm going to go ahead and use the example that's already set up. So I'm just going to go ahead and click in there and put in my email address of the PayPal account where I want to receive money. So once I've put that in, I just click Save and Close. And now that has that information in there. The next step is to go to that second step, the offer manager, and I'm going to click there. And there's already an offer in there that's a default offer. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And now there's no offers in there. I'm going to start from scratch and I'm going to put in the green smoothie cleanse information. So to put my offer in there, I just click the plus button. And now I'm going to put the information in about my offer. So I filled out all of these fields. The first thing I did was put the 10-day green smoothie cleanse in the title area and the description. The payment method is example under PayPal. The currency is US dollars. I did not put an expiration date, but if you wanted to put an expiration date for this product where it could not be sold after a certain date, you can put that expiration date in there. I also added a picture of the product. And then down here, the automated email theme, I chose default. And then the thank you page, I chose from the existing pages. And remember, we already created a thank you page, so I chose that one. Now I want you to notice right here, there's an area that says custom webhook. We're going to be using that later. We're going to have to come back to this area and put a URL in there. But right now we're going to leave it blank because we do not have the URL yet. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. Now I've got item number 1, so I need to click on that gray bar and it opens it up. And I'm going to put additional information about my product. So I filled out all the information I need to fill out, including the title of the item, the description of the item, and I set the price at 5 cents so I can go through some test purchases easily through PayPal. And none of the other items are selected. This is going to be an item that's delivered by email. But if you were delivering this through a membership site, you could choose to checkmark member area and set up your member area. If this was a recurring price, meaning that they had to pay every single month, you could choose recurrent and then set up how often they would be billed. You could also decide to sell several other things besides this item and make the first item mandatory and then second, third, and fourth items optional. And then if it was a physical product, you could include shipping as well. This last item is the email message. This is a message that appears with the email after the purchase is made. So if you want to say something like, thank you for purchasing from Builderall Diva Store or something like that, you could do that. So once all that information is filled out, you just click Save and Confirm. So now we've got our active offer. And now we can set up an offer inside of the page. So I'm going to go to a different area to get my offer. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to go to the plus sign. And I'm going to go down to Checkout. I'm going to click Checkout. There's several different types of checkouts. I'm going to go ahead and click this two-step checkout. So when I click it, it's going to add it over here. But it tells me I have to select an offer first. So I'm going to select my 10-day green smoothie cleanse offer and then confirm. And now it puts the box in there for me nice and neat. And I'm going to move it over to this area right here out of the way and expand it just a little bit. The colors are great. You can actually edit all of this if you go to right click and you go to configure. You can change all the colors of your checkout page. This first step is shipping, but it doesn't ask for any information about shipping. Also, it asks for email, first name, password, confirm password, and WhatsApp. We can actually change that by going to the gears and going to user management and then going to this gear right here on the orange. And it asks for the WhatsApp. I can delete that. And then the second one I can delete. So now it's only going to ask for the email, first name, password, and confirm password. So I can click Save on that. If you want to add additional fields like a phone number or a physical address, all you do is click Add and you can add those to the form. I'm just going to keep it really simple and click Save. And anytime that you make a change like that, you have to reconnect your offer. So I'm going to right click and go to Alter Offer, choose the 10-day green smoothie again and confirm. And now you see the WhatsApp is gone. Okay? So that actually makes our form a little bit shorter. So we can close it up just a little bit, pull this up just a little bit, and then pull this area up just a little bit. There, so kind of scrunched it together a little bit. So now we've got our form ready. The first step is actually creating an account, which is what this does. It creates an account inside of your website. And then the second one takes you through the payment process where it'll connect to PayPal and allow the person to send. you can change anything that says on that form. So if I go to configure, right here at the top where it says all of this, I can change this 10-day green smoothie cleanse and then click confirm, and now you see that it has 10-day green smoothie cleanse. I can also configure it, and where it says shipping, I can just say register, and please register your account, and then select the amount. I can choose payment information, and then where it says how many do you want, and then I put complete your payment information. So all of those I've changed. I can click confirm, and now it's a little bit different. It says register, please register your account, and then payment information, complete your payment information. Okay, so that kind of helps just kind of standardize that form. For the button right here where it says yes, send me now, I'm just going to change that to say submit. Or how about I'll change it, I'm going to change that to purchase now. So now I've got a few things changed, including I've added a logo, I've added a picture here, I've added a little bit of information where you can edit that to say whatever you want. I've added my offer right here. I'm going to go ahead and click save because I've made several changes and I don't want to lose them. And now that this page is done, I want to go to my thank you page and set up my thank you page. So I'm just going to click the page button, and I'm going to click the arrow inside the layout, and I'm going to click thank you. And now I can see that page. And I'm going to make a few changes to this page, and I'll explain all the changes I've made when I'm done. Okay, I've changed just a few things. I have added the green bar to kind of break up the color. I've put in a picture of our product. Thank you for your purchase, and then please check your email for confirmation of your purchase and instructions on how to access your product. I've made several changes, so I'm going to click the save button and then save again. And now we've got the sales page done and we've got the thank you page done. In the next video, we're going to learn how to set up Zapier to be able to capture our information and send it to the Google spreadsheet. So I'll see you in the next video. I'm Shelly Turner with the Builderall team. In this video, we're going to set up our Zapier account to be able to connect to Webhook and capture some data and put it into a Google spreadsheet. So the first thing I need to do is go up to the top right hand side, and you'll see that I'm logged into my free account. This is a free personal account, and I'm going to click Make a Zap. So when I click that, it brings up a bunch of different things that I can do with Zapier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with Webhooks. So I'm going to grab the item that actually says Webhooks, and I'm going to just click that. And it gives us a couple of options. The option you want to choose is Catch Hook. So I'm going to click that and then click Save and Continue. And then it gives you the opportunity to pick off a child key. You don't need to do this. You can just click Continue. And then it creates a list of sample data. So we're just going to click Continue. And now it gives you the really important URL that we need. Right here is the URL. So you're going to copy that to your clipboard. It's very, very important that you copy it. We have to take it back to our website and put it in our website. So that's what we're going to do on the next video, and then we'll continue on with our Zapier. I'm Shelly Turner with the Builderall team. In this video, we're going to take the Zapier URL and put it into our offer manager. And remember, I mentioned this before that we had to go back in and do this. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the shopping bag and to the offer manager. And right here's our 10-day green smoothie cleanse. I'm going to go ahead and click the edit button. And right here is where the custom webhook information is at. I need to click inside of that field and paste that exact URL that I got from Zapier. Once I do that, I need to click Next. I don't need to change any of the information on the actual item, so I can click Save, Confirm, and then I want to make sure I click Save at the very top on the right hand side to make sure I save those settings for good. That's really important. And then remember what I said before, if you make a change at all to the offer, you need to go into your checkout and reconnect it. So I'm going to go back to my home page. So I'm going to click my page button, and inside the layout I'm going to click the arrow and then the green smoothie cleanse page that has the checkout on it. I'm going to right click the checkout, go to alter offer, and I'm going to recheck that 10-day offer for the green smoothie cleanse. I'll just click on it and then click confirm, and then go ahead and click save and save again. And now my changes have been saved and everything should be caught up and in the system. And now the next step before I actually finish working with the Zapier is, in the next video I'm going to show you how to go through and do a test purchase. So I'll see you on the next video. I'm Shelly Turner with the Builderall team. In this video, I'm going to show you how to publish your website and go through and do a test purchase. The reason we're doing a test purchase at this point, even though we're not finished setting everything up, is because we've added that URL from Zapier and we need to send data to that URL so we can finish setting everything up. So let's go ahead and first publish our website so we can access the public version of our sales page. So I'm going to go to Builders and Pixel Perfect Builders and My Sites. And I'm just going to scroll down and find my site that I added. So here's the Webhook tutorial site. And the first thing we need to do is go to More Options and Publish. And then I'm going to click OK. And now our site is published, and I'll find it again. And you'll notice that it's blue. That means it's a clickable link. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it to go to the public website. Alright, I'm at the public website and I need to go through the entire purchase process. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my purchase information. So I filled out the first part, which is the register part. I put my email, my first name, and a password. And now I'm going to click Purchase Now. This registers me for an account on the website. And the next step is to actually go through the payment information. So you can see I've got 10-day green smoothie cleanse. It's 5 cents with no shipping. I'm going to go ahead and click Purchase Now. And this is my PayPal information. I'll just click Login. And then I'll just choose PayPal balance and click Pay Now. And the purchase was successful. And now I'm going to click Return to Merchant. And it's taken me to the thank you page where it gives me instructions on the next thing to do. So now I've gone completely through the payment process, and I can go to the next step of setting up Zapier. So I'll see you in the next video. I'm Shelly Turner with the Builderall team. I'm back in my Zapier account, and remember I left it right where I was at, which is on the Webhook URL page. So I've copied that and put that into the website, and now I'm going to click OK, I did this. And it's looking for the hook. So remember, we've added the webhook to the website and we've made a test purchase. We have to do both of those things in that order in order for this test to be successful and get this message that the test was successful. We know that it sees the webhook. We know that it sees data. So now we can click Continue. And now it says, now that you've got the webhook set up, what do you want to do with the data? And with the data, I want to actually add it to a Google spreadsheet. So I'm going to go ahead and go down to the bottom where it says Google Sheets and click that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new row in a specific spreadsheet with information from the webhook. There's a couple of other things I could do. I could update a row, or I could look up a row. I want to create a new row. Every time somebody purchases this product, I want a new row created in my Google spreadsheet. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to click Save and Continue. And now I need to connect to the Google spreadsheets so that it can actually figure out what spreadsheet I want to add it to and exactly what I want to do. So I just need to click Connect, and I need to choose the account that I want to connect to. So I will connect to this account, and this is the account that we already made the spreadsheet on. So you need to make sure you remember which account you use so you can connect to the correct account. It's going to ask if you want Zapier to access your Google account. I'm going to click Allow, and now it's connected to this account. So the next thing I do is save and continue. I could actually do a test if I wasn't sure. So I can click test and it's connected successfully. So I can click save and continue. It already knows now what account to set up. But now it wants to know what spreadsheet do you want to use. And remember the spreadsheet that we already set up. So I need to click inside this box and it shows me all of the spreadsheets that I currently have, which remember I set the spreadsheet up with you guys as Webhook training. So I'm going to click on that and that's telling Zapier, put it into the Webhook training spreadsheet. That's the one I want you to use. And now it wants to know what worksheet to use. Well, there's only one worksheet, which is actually a page inside the spreadsheet. So if I click on the down arrow, it says sheet 1. That's exactly the one I want to use. There's only one sheet or one page in that workbook. So I'm going to click sheet 1. And now it gives me all of the fields that I put in. If you remember, we put in date of purchase, customer name, customer email, product, and price. What we need to do is map these fields to the exact fields in our Webhook data. So it knows to put the date of purchase from the Webhook data into the date of purchase of the spreadsheet data. We need to make sure it's putting the right information in the right column. So to do that, all I have to do is click on this little button right here, insert a field. When I do that, it takes the data that it's collected when I tested my Webhook, and it shows me all of the data that I can use. Now remember I told you that you can put more columns in your spreadsheet if you want to. You can put any column that's on this list. Remember we only chose like 5 columns. You could choose all of these columns if you wanted to. It's a lot of data, but you could do it. But all I want for this one is date of purchase. So let's see if I can find that field. So here's the payment transaction time. I'm going to click that as the field we want. So that's the data that's going to show up in the Google spreadsheet. And then customer name, I'm going to go to plus and find the customer name, which is right here, the customer name. So I'm going to click on that. Customer email, I'm going to click the plus button and we'll see if we can find the email. There it is right there. And then the product, so I'm going to click the plus sign. We'll see if we can find the product. There's the product title right there, so I'm going to click that. And then price, I'm going to click the plus sign and we'll see if we can find the price on there. And there's the payment amount right there. I'm going to click that. So now I've mapped all my fields so the correct data from the Webhook is being connected to the correct column in my Google spreadsheet. Once I've done that, I just click continue. And now it gives me an example of some sample data. And it says, if you use the data that we collected from this one purchase, this is the information that would go in there. So the date of purchase right there, the customer name, the customer email, the product, and the price. And you see that everything's lining up exactly correct. So I'm going to go ahead and click Send Test to Google Sheet. What that's going to do is it's going to send this exact information into my Google spreadsheet so I can make sure it's actually going in there correctly. So I'm going to click Send Test, and it says that it was sent to the Google spreadsheet. So now let's flip over to the Google spreadsheet and make sure that it got in there correctly. And now I'm in my Google spreadsheet, and as you can see, it did dump data in there, and it's got the date of purchase, it's got the email, let me spread this a little wider so you can see it, it's got the product name, and it's got the price. So now anytime anyone makes a purchase on this website, you're going to see the information get dumped into the spreadsheet as well. And I could have it set up so that maybe a virtual assistant is sending out thank you emails or coupons or something like that to this email address if I want to. Or I could set it up so that a VA does something with this information other than what can be done with an autoresponder. So there's several things that I could do with this information, but it's just a way to collect the information into a spreadsheet so that you can choose to do something with it, either from this spreadsheet or set up another Zap so you can send this information to another a product or another platform to do something else with it. So I'm inside Zapier one more time, and all we need to do now is click Finish. So I'm going to click the Finish button, and I'm going to name my Zap. And I can choose to put it in a specific folder. I'm just going to let it go into the default folder. And then it says that my Zap is off, so I'm going to click it to turn it on. And now everything's done. I can click see it on your dashboard. So I'm going to click that. And now you can see that I've got the Webhook tutorial right on my dashboard, and it's turned on and running. So it's now working. So the next step is to actually go back into my website and do one more test purchase to make sure that the Webhook is capturing the data and putting it into my Google spreadsheet. So I'll see you on the next video. I'm Shelly Turner with the Builderall team. In this video, I'm going to go through and make another test purchase just to make sure that everything is working correctly on my Webhook and my Google spreadsheet. So for the email, I'm going to use something different, and first name, I'm going to use something different. So I have the information filled out, and I'm going to click Purchase Now. And now I can actually purchase the product for 5 cents. So I'm going to click Purchase Now again. So I'm using PayPal to make my payment. I'll click Pay Now. And the payment was accepted. Now I'm going to click Return to Merchant. And I got to my thank you page. So everything's working correctly on the website. Now I'm going to go to my Google spreadsheet and see if it captured this information. And now I'm in my Google spreadsheet. And you can see that the date of purchase is actually different. It gives me the same date, but the time is different. The customer name and the email are the same because I used the same PayPal account to pay for this product. So the customer name, even though I entered a different name into the registration form on my website, because I used the same exact PayPal account to pay for it, it pulls that customer name from my PayPal account. And it also pulls the email from my PayPal account. So everything is actually the same except for the time of the purchase. So it is adding it and it is putting it into the Google spreadsheet. So everything is working perfectly. So now you've gone through the entire process of setting up a product to be able to sell it on Builderall and setting it up so that it captures that data and is able to put it through using webhooks into a Google spreadsheet. Remember that you can also see your customer data from your editor. So if we go into the double gears and we go to user management, you can see that I've got the 2 email addresses that I use to purchase these products. And you can also see, if you click on the edit button, if they've got access to restricted areas, which this site doesn't have any restricted areas. And then if you look at the microscope, it tells you the first name and the email of this person. So you can actually see that information and what's happening. You can also manage sales by going to the shopping bag and clicking Sales Manager. And you can see right here that Tony bought the 10-day green smoothie and Shelly bought the 10-day green smoothie. And it tells you that the status of the purchase is complete. So it actually went entirely through the payment process. If you want to see more information, you just click Show Details. And it gives you more information about the purchase itself. You've got the ability to see this information inside of your website, and you've also got the ability to pull it out of the payment process and send it to a Google spreadsheet where you can do something else with the data if you want to. So that's how you set up webhooks inside Builderall.